I'm in the control room of the People's Court, and we are currently on our lunch break, which is almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And the control room is where the director sits, and the technical director sits, and the associate director sits. And this is where we bring all the feeds in from all the places we're doing the show from the judge's house, from Doug Llewellyn in the hallway, from the litigants, from Harvey Levin in California. And that's how we edit the show that you see on television.
The show is incredibly popular. Obviously, you've been on the air for 24 years.
We didn't know if we were going to get our 24th season when COVID broke out. So we had to figure out how to do this. And that took us about 3 months. We finally figured it out. So we were lucky enough that we were able to obtain all the machines that we needed to do it. And we are able to do it from home. So let's go on a tour. If you've ever wondered where the judge goes when she goes into her little room for recess, this is it. Hello. This is the room she goes in when she recesses.
Wow.
And then when she walks out onto the bench, here we are. Now you see how we have a monitor at the bench right now? Because we're doing everything virtually, and the litigants are on their monitors. And this is the original courtroom of the original People's Court. You can see the cameras up there and behind. And this is the open side. As I said, we're on our lunch break. It's 4 in the afternoon. And this is where they walk down. And this is Doug's hallway. This is where we do the interviews with the litigants. This is what it looks like on TV. And this is what it looks like on the open side. And then we have our Hall of Fame here, all of the judges who have presided on the People's Court, starting with Judge Wapner and Rusty. And then when we brought the show back, we brought it back with Ed Koch. And Ed retired, and we had Jerry Scheinlin, Judge Judy's husband, for a couple of years. And now we have Judge Marilyn Milian. I'll show you our audience holding room. Here's a little backstage look there. And there's our current Judge Milian. And this is our audience holding room, although we don't have any audience anymore. And that's pretty much it, other than offices and boring stuff like that.
Judge Milian, what's she like?
Judge Milian's been great. She's been doing it for 20 years. She really wants to get to the truth. Sometimes she gets angry, and sometimes she laughs, and sometimes she's very caring, but she doesn't like to be lied to. If you come into court and you lie to a judge, you're gonna have to deal with it. You know, we've done cases for $10 over a lottery ticket, and we've done cases for $10,000. But it's all about the principle. The person who is being wronged wants to prove they're right.
So people generally are happy or not happy?
There's one happy person who walks out of the courtroom, and there's always one person who's not happy. The winner's usually the happy person, and the loser's usually not. And that's why we have the hallway. When they go out to the hall, that's where they can express their, I didn't get enough time to speak, I shouldn't look at all my evidence, but you know, judges look at the evidence they need.
Absolutely. So on a daily basis, what is your responsibility?
I'm here every day. I put out fires, you know, I deal with litigants, I deal with technical problems, I deal with the editing. I'm responsible for delivering 150 episodes per season. I'm the guy everybody comes to with their complaints and their problems, and I'm the guy who has to try to figure it out.
Got it. All right, thanks, David. I know you got to go back and tape some more shows, so thanks for taking the time.
Got it. Anytime, and nice seeing you. Take it easy.
Nice seeing you.